The market is heating up again this week, so we're going to be looking at the top 15 hot cards instead of the normal top 10. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Modern Horizons 3, or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the United States for orders over $100 or if your order consists only of singles. Plus, there's no longer a need to put in any promo codes. This savings is built right into the prices you see on the site. Same great prices, same great products, and same great service, just without the extra step. You can find their link in the description below. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. A lot to discuss this week. Outlaws of Thunder Junction preview still having a big impact on prices. You're going to see that throughout the video, and there's some other things happening too. Remember, as always, our top 15 hot cards are based on a couple things. First, the percentage increase in the value of the cards, and also we wanted to see an increase in the number of sales from week to week. Before we get into the details though, just a few things. First, I do want to say thank you to one of our viewers that gave a super thanks tip during our live premiere last week. That is Paul Dodd. Thank you, Paul, for that super thanks tip. It really helps the channel a ton. Can't tell you how much it means to me. Thank you for that support. And I also want to give a quick shout out to one of our silver patrons, Cade Browning. Cade has been a silver patron for a very long time, and I do want to take this moment to say thank you, Cade. I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. Truly appreciate the support through that avenue. And of course, one last thing, this video is sponsored by FlipsideGaming.com. Check out their website. You can now pre-order not only Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but also Modern Horizons 3 on the website. Plus, they have a whole ton of other great products, MTG and otherwise. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States, and their site's easy to find. Just check out the description or the comment section below for a link. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 15 is Virtue of Strength. This goes up $1.15 to $7.40. That's an 18% increase. This is a solid card in Standard, where 3 or 4 copies can be found in the main of the very popular Teamer Control build. You also see this with the same amount of copies in 4-color Control there. Commander players have new interest in this card as well, though. It has previously seen Commander play in several builds, the most popular being Omnith Locus of Mana, but now there are players looking to put this in decks around a couple new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Kellen the Kid, and to a lesser degree, Doc Orlock, Grizzled Genius. Number 14 is Descent into Avernus. This is up $1.17 to $5.51. That's a 27% increase. This was number 8 on our hot list last week, remains hot this week. Previously, the card had been seeing Commander play in several builds, including Indoraptor, the perfect hybrid, but now more players are interested in this because of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Some want this to upgrade the upcoming Most Wanted Commander deck, while others want a copy to put in fresh builds around a card from there, V-Hand Goldwaker. But Descent into Avernus does have an upkeep trigger, so the card making it move the most this week is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Some players are interested in picking the card up for Commander builds around Obeka, but speculation on Upkeep Matters cards is at a high right now as well because of this Obeka preview. It looks like the Splitter of Seconds is going to be the latest runaway commander as Outlaws of Thunder Junction releases. Number 13 is Court of Ambition. This goes up $1.25 to $6.17. That's a 25% increase, and this is the first of 3 courts on our hot list this week. Now, this one has been seeing a good amount of Commander play in various builds, like Turgid God of Fright, for example, but this, like all courts, has an upkeep trigger, so you may have already guessed why this is spiking now. Commander players and speculators are both interested in this card due to everybody's favorite new legendary creature coming from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Number 12 is Blowfly Infestation. This goes up $1.27 to $5.98. That's a 27% increase. This is a card that has seen increased Commander play since Massacre Girl Known Killer from Murders at Karlov Manor came out. Commander players wanted this for those builds, but there is a little more to the story. It has been a while, but I think it's time for my one per video. This Shadowmoor card comes from a time period in Magic when there was a recession in the game. Less packs were cracked because of that, so when there is new interest on a card like this, which has yet to be reprinted, you tend to see some spikes, and that's exactly what's happening here. Number 11 is Silver Shroud Costume. This goes up $1.45 to $6.20. That's a 31% increase. It is from the Scrappy Survivors Fallout Commander deck, and it is quickly seeing play in a variety of different builds in the format. Not surprisingly, you are seeing it in fresh builds around a couple of cards from its pre-con. Dogmeat Ever Loyal, and Preston Garvey Minuteman, but I'm also seeing it in builds around a card from the Fallout Science deck with an exclamation point, and that card is Curie Emergent Intelligence. But there are players that want Silver Shroud costume and builds around 2 new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction 2. One of those cards is Loot, the Key to Everything, which is from the Big Score subset, and of course, the other card I'm talking about is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds from the main set. Currently, Obeka is the key driver here. And that brings us to where we normally begin. Number 10, Aftermath Analyst, up $1.50 to $2.70 for a 125% increase. That is saying something too, considering this is a new uncommon. Like Virtue of Strength, this is a card that has 2 different groups of players looking for it. And also like Virtue of Strength, you see this in the very popular standard Teamer Control builds. Typically you find 4 copies in the main there. Additionally, it's a 4 of and 4-color control in standard, but the Teamer version has been the one that everybody's been talking about. Now Commander players want this though too. Some have been grabbing it to upgrade the Mutant Menace Fallout Commander deck, or they want to put it in new builds around a couple of cards from there, the Wise Mothman and the Master Transcendent. But wait, there's more. There's even some players now that want Aftermath Analyst to upgrade one of the upcoming Outlaws of Thunder Junction Commander decks, Desert Bloom, while still others just want it for fresh builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Yuma Proud Protector. Number 9 is Psychic Corrosion. This goes up $1.53 to $8.66. That's a 21% increase. Here we have another uncommon that has been slowly drying up online recently. This week it hit the tipping point and we see a spike. Traditionally, it has seen Commander play in several builds. One of the popular ones is Phoenix God of Deception, more on that card later. But as you might know, milling cards have been getting hot recently since many players wanted them to upgrade the Mutant Menace Fallout Commander deck. Some also wanted them for fresh builds around a couple cards from that deck, the Wise Mothman and the Master Transcendent again. Number 8 is Myth Unbound. It goes up $2.03 to $6. That is a 51% increase. This is from the Commander 2018 Adaptive Enchantment deck, and it's yet to see a reprint. It also seems to be drying up this week online, however, it has been steadily climbing since the end of last year. It is in some Commander builds like Skullbriar the Walking Grave, for example, but I would expect more copies of this to come out of the woodwork when people see this price jump. Number 7 is Sabo's Web. This goes up $3.24 to $7.38. That's a 78% increase. Here's an even older card that is yet to get another tournament legal printing. This has been seeing play in the pre-modern format for a while, but recently it started showing up in some legacy sideboards as a one-of to deal with some of the non-basic lands that have activated abilities that don't produce mana. I've seen this in decks like Jameer and Grixis Scam as well as Reanimator, for example. This new demand has this already hard to find card drying up online this week. Number 6 is Extravagant Replication of $4.49 to $9.02. That is a 99% increase. This is from the Streets of New Capenna Maestro's Massacre Commander deck. Well, here we have another card with an upkeep trigger, so you guessed it, players and speculators are looking hard at this card now. They want it for those Commander builds around a couple cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. One is already the Beguiler, but of course the other one that is truly driving the price jump is somebody who wants that second piece of cheesecake for dessert but doesn't want the whole thing. It is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Number 5 is Make an Example. This goes up $4.69 to $8. That is a 142% increase. This was our number 9 card on our hot list last week, remains hot this week. It was also from the Streets of New Capenna Maestro's Massacre Commander deck. Many times it would appear in Hello the Painter builds, for example, which makes sense since they're from the same precon. But now there are a few reasons this card is on the move. First, some players want Make an Example to add to their new Commander builds around a card from the Doctor Who Regeneration Secret Lair, the Celestial Toymaker. That deck is looking for cards that force players to guess or to group cards or permanents into piles. Secondly, some players want a copy of Make an Example for a build around an Outlaws of Thunder Junction card, Vraska the Silencer. And thirdly, the card was recently mentioned on an MTG Goldfish podcast, which may have brought some more attention to it as well. Number 4 is Phoenix God of Deception. The Born of the Gods copy this week is up $5.27 to $24.99. That's a 27% increase. The one from the list is up $7.40 to $27.80. That's a 36% increase. This has been a fairly popular commander, and it's found in the 99 of a number of builds there too. Recently, Phoenix decks have gotten a boost from some of the cards in the Fallout Mutant Menace commander deck though. And as you would imagine, there are a lot of players that have been interested in grabbing this to upgrade the deck as well, or put it in fresh builds around a couple of cards from there, the Wise Mothman and the Master Transcendent. Number 3 is Shallow Grave, up $7.95 to $52.89. That's an 18% increase. So this reserve list card does see a little commander play. Sometimes it's in Carrick, Son of Yawgmoth, for example, and it has seen Legacy play at times in various Reanimator builds, but I haven't seen it played there as much in this current meta. At the end of the day though, this is a reserve list card, so the jump could simply be tied into speculation. Number 2 is Court of Vantress. This is up $8.50 to $15.79. That's a 117% increase. Our second court of the video. This is one of the Wilds of Eldraine commander cards that can be found in the set boosters. And you might remember, it was number 5 on our hot list last week, so still remaining hot, even more so now. It has seen play in commander builds here or there. Go Shintai of Life's Origin decks is where you see it most frequently. But now, Outlaws of Thunder Junction is making the card more sought after. Some wanted to put it in commander builds around Already the Beguiler again, but you know this isn't the card driving Court of Vantress the most, since it does have an upkeep trigger. No, many commander players and speculators are picking it up because of Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Court of Locthwain, up $11.03 to $15.30. That's a 258% increase if you're doing the math at home. Our number 1 card is our third court of the week, and it is another one of the Wilds of Eldraine commander cards found in set boosters. I have seen some try this out in Rakdos or Mono Black Scam decks in Legacy, but you know and I know that's not why the card is moving now. Commander is responsible for this being number 1. Some want this to upgrade the Outlaws of Thunder Junction commander deck Grand Larceny. Others wanted in fresh builds around the front facing commander from there, Gonti Canny Inquisitor. But I've also seen some putting Court of Locthwain in commander lists around a couple cards from the main set, Tiny Bones the Pickpocket, and one other card that I just can't think of right now. Oh yeah, it's Obeka Splitter of Seconds. Like I said from the start, both Obeka enthusiasts and speculators are scooping up these Grixis cards with good upkeep triggers. Alright, just like that, that's going to do it for our top 15 hot cards of the week. But remember to join us later this week for our top 10 cold cards. That's the video where you get to see which cards are coming down. Hopefully you'll be able to find some deals, make purchases when the time's right. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon and have a great day.